I think it's important that things continue to evolve and people get comfortable and stale.
Yeah.
So, I mean, locally, CORA, they've kind of hit a head wall with some people lately, just because people feel like it's a lot of the same. They are making changes. I've actually been meeting with CORA quite a bit lately, and they do have a bunch of changes and some pretty exciting stuff. I mean, they're going to have a new president soon, and
breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news. I mean, I don't know. It's a big deal. I mean, you know, they're due for it. They got some new officers that they're naming. I think I don't know, Monday, 28th. So whenever, look for that one. And then they're talking full on. They got some. The thing is, they have a lot more stuff going on than people know. And so what I've kind of worked on them with is, like, I'm a local dude. I've grown up and I've lived here my whole life, and I'm a trail builder that spends like 80% of my time away from home. Like I'm offering my help to like help bridge the gap between the old regime of CORA and the new regime of riders that drive 4 hours away from Cincinnati to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of what happened was a couple Zoom meetings, realized that CORA actually has an entire portion of their website that is future projects. So like you can go on their website, they're working on updating it, but there's a ton of stuff already on there. They've got like 6 or 7 projects that they've been working on. Like, so kind of just boils down to being better at telling their story and like updating their group as to what they're doing. Like
more transparent.
Yeah, more transparency. Like, that's it. Like, people, you know, whether it's we raised $40,000 this year, that went into a fund and it's on hold until we get X amount of dollars to do the project. You know, when people are working with a nonprofit, which CORA is a nonprofit, super limited amount of people involved for the most part. Time is super scarce. The storytelling part falls on the wayside. Like, even when I did Riding Forward, which still is a thing this year, COVID kind of killed it, because our whole point was to get kids in groups and go ride in schools. So that didn't, none of that happened. But I was terrible at it too. You know, I was so passionate about doing the actual thing that I created the nonprofit to do, that I didn't take the time to do the storytelling part to let other people know what the heck was going on half the time. Luckily, I have an amazing wife that tried to like keep up with social media and stuff for me. But so, I mean, at the end of the day, CORA's talking about machine building, like maintenance days. They've like not even considered it. They're already like working on dates to do it, like getting a machine for a weekend and going in and actually building and having people help versus doing manual labor all the time. We've talked about taking some relatively iconic trails in the area, and we had a meeting on Friday, a Zoom meeting, and I essentially said, what if we took Trail X and made that a downhill directional trail and built a climbing trail back to the top? Like, make it just one way. Like, when all these trails were built, they've been built for 2 directions, and I was like, how many times do you have complaints about people climbing and running into somebody coming down? Like, in my opinion, a directional trail, if you try to make a directional trail that's unidirectional, it's 50% less fun, you know? So if you have, and they've got a couple of really good trails, you know, right in the heart of some of their best trail systems that could easily have climbing trails to the top, or already do. and they could make them just one way and reshape some stuff and fortify jumps and make them better because you don't have to worry about someone coming up it, and they could be awesome. And as soon as I mentioned it, like, everyone in the Zoom meeting was kind of like their eyes lit up. They're like, damn, that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
So, like, they're fully on board. Like, Fox Run Golf Course is now a park.
Where's that at?
That is in Kenton County.
Okay.
Over near Independence. And it's 225 acres. They are in the planning stages of building complete bike trails all throughout that place.
Really?
Yeah. So that's a big one. I'm super involved in that.
Is that going to be like paved trails or dirt trails?
No, it's going to be all machine built, like, bike trails.
So I guess my question is, I guess it's pretty open though, right? Since it's a golf course.
There's lots of wooded areas in between, which make it pretty sweet.
Okay.
So you're going to have a good chance. It's a good best case scenario, really, because a lot of the open fields, like, you're going to be able to build some big stuff with skid steers and bigger machines.
Mm-hmm.
So you can build fast, but build big. And then you can tighten them down in the woods, utilize that stuff. And they want to put a pump track and stuff there too. So I think it'll be a 225-acre bike park, essentially, with a lot of paved paths too, if people want to use them for getting A to B or whatever.
Yeah.
But it has really, really good potential. And I've already pushed CORA to not rush to anything and, phase it out if it needs to be phased out. And, even to the point where it's like, if it takes $15,000, $20,000 to buy a couple semis of rock to make a section, like, make it feel like someone's in Tennessee riding, like, do it.
Yeah.
For the spend, it's going to be way worth it to, like, invest in that and make it something like the rider, the rider experience that much better. So
that'd be sweet.
Yeah. So I guess this is my official, like, I am on board with going for 2021, and I mean, what more can you ask for, man? Like, if I'm in town, I'm gonna be trying to get the machines out there to help.
If you enjoyed this clip from the Rubberside Down podcast, please like and subscribe. To listen to the full episode, search the Rubberside Down in your streaming platform or click the link below.